Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shane here from Vulgar Display Gaming, and today I'm joined by Nick of the band NZM, the lead vocalist and keyboardist. How you doing, brother?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great.
Hell yeah, that's awesome to hear. But I just want to start off with saying, if people don't know who NZM is and yourself, I would say you're described as like a high-energy power metal band, and I don't know, am I hitting it all on the right wavelengths there?
It's that's a category that most people say we are in power metal, but it's just a good metal. That's all. That's what it is.
Yeah, all these subgenres and genres, everybody trying to label themselves.
Yeah, it's crazy. It can be, it's anyway. I would just say good heavy metal, and it does have some elements of power metal, a little bit progressive, a little bit symphonic, a little bit just like standard heavy metal, whatever, and it's a little bit of everything, but mostly good metal.
Hell yeah. And I just want to say, your classical vocal and piano training that you've actually done as a young age, how do you think that's helped you progress through your career? I mean, you've done a lot. If you want to briefly touch on everything you've done.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm where I am, especially all my life. I grew up in a country in Europe called Yugoslavia that doesn't exist anymore. And my dream was always to come to United States. I think this is the best country in the world, and and still it is. It's just Constitution and everything that is good about this country, and the freedoms possibility to fulfill your dreams. There is no comparison. There's no other country anywhere in the world. And I've been to Germany. I lived in Austria, a little bit in Germany, in Switzerland, which are pretty good, one of the best economies in Europe, but still not even close. And to answer your question, how did I start? When I was at a young age, I sang for the family and friends, and then my parents signed me for the classical music school when I was 7 years old, and I went there for 8 years, and this is my basic education, and from that point on, I joined the band, and then just fell in love with rock music, with pretty much everything, But my first love, of course, it's piano and keyboard playing, especially organ B3.
That's awesome.
But then later, of course, the synths came in, and then all along came singing as well. So, and I end up here and play with many famous artists, and now I have my own band.
Hell yeah, and that's what we want to talk about today. But, I'm going over some of the people you've played with, which is insane. I mean, you played alongside Steve Vai, Zakk Wylde, and as well as currently, if I'm not mistaken, with Yngwie, right?
Yes. I've been with Yngwie for the last 15, 16 years, and all I can say, he's wonderful, and in my opinion, still the best guitar player, and it's a privilege to play with him, and really true honor, and that's all what I want to say.
Oh yeah. No, that's great. So I mean, just going on from all these huge artists you've been playing with, and just your, how do you say, diverse, let me word this correctly, the influences you have from like Deep Purple, Iron Maiden, Queen. Can you share any specific instances where these have influenced any of your songwriting in NZM?
Definitely, all of it. Whatever you listen, it comes back to you. The way I write music is basically I get triggered by the melody. I hear the wonderful melody, in my head. It can be in the middle of the night. Sometimes I wake up at 4 a.m. and I have to quickly go and turn on my phone and just record like la 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 la, whatever. And because if you don't do it when you wake up, the melody is gone. But basically, when you, that's how I started with a melody. And then after that, everything, I have my own studio. Of course, I put the chords and I try to sing. And then after that, I put the words, lyrics, and other arrangements as well.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, because it's like everybody has their own different style of like songwriting and everything. If you just, I've noticed a lot of musicians, guitarists especially, they love learning how to play piano to do the chords and everything. So then when you're laying down those, rhythms and everything, you got to get to it, and you're like, holy shit, I got to start writing right away so you don't forget it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see, your little environment, I can show you just for a second.
Yeah.
So this is my little place.
Oh, see, that's a
yeah.
You're set up, man.
Yeah, I got everything.
Me, I got all the ultimate nerd stuff, but no recording stuff.
Yeah. So, a long time ago, back in the late 90s, I would go to do the demo song, and pay thousands of dollars, and you do it, things, it's great. And 3 days later, I said, holy shit, man, I want to change this vocal line, or the keyboards here. Well, too bad. It's, you gotta pay again and again. And I said, listen, I'm gonna get this equipment and learn myself to record everything. That's what I've been doing. You just basically, you need a good converters, good preamp, tube microphones, a little knowledge, and that's all what you need. I can do mix myself and mastering, but I'm not as good. So I have this wonderful person, Keith Rose. He's actually great sound engineer, and he does the mixes and mastering for me. But everything recording, it's done here.
Oh, that's awesome. It's insane that we could do that from the home now, and it just seems like it's just as good as, like you said, a regular studio. As long as you have the equipment and invest in time into yourself, you could do it. And speaking about your equipment real quick, what kind of keyboards do you like using?
I have Yamaha and Korg. That's the two brands that I've been using the most. I have, as you see, this is Yamaha here, YC88. There's another one, Modi X7, and then the other room I have Korg Kronos, have Korg Trinity. What else? I have some, this is like a Control M audio controller, and this stuff. But Yamaha has the best piano, the best organs. However, Korg has a great soul synth that I really prefer, and strings. So, And the combination of both is I'm not saying Roland is good too, and the other stuff, but this is what I prefer, Korg and Yamaha.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, because I can say right now, NZM, you have a discography that it's almost 10 years you guys been around, and now you have just this compilation album coming out. How do you think your music has evolved from Eternal Fire to in 2014 to now? Especially with changing up keyboards and everything, getting new gear, how has every album progressed? And what have you wanted to get out of yourself when writing music?
Well, it's just follow my instincts and whatever. I know that every album is better. So there's certain songs that maybe, I have a really, really huge library. But anyway, idea for this album, which is it's right here. I have also vinyl in the other room. Anyway, it's a compilation, as you said. There's only one new song, but the rest of the tracks are previous releases, including very first album that was released by Rising Force Records back in 2010. And there are 3 songs from that album: Freedom Has No Price, To Be With You, and You Gotta Go Away. So these are the songs that I recorded as a solo artist, and basically we signed with the Fire Rock music group record label last year, and it was like sometimes I think in September, October, and I already just few months before I already released Rise Above album, which is the latest album, and I it's kind of work in progress. So far I have only 3 or 4 songs, maybe 5 for the next record, but it's simply impossible to produce album that quickly, and definitely next year. So they wanted to release something, and they gave me this idea. So why don't you do the best of NZM? And guess what? 2024 marks exactly 10-year anniversary of Eternal Flash. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's awesome that you that been producing all of this yourself for 10 years, and slowly progressing, and each album's getting a little bit more progressive, a little bit more heavier. I can tell how you've changed up your style of playing too. How do you, again, you've talked about writing where you have a melody, you just got to go with it. There's anything that you want to experiment with for the next record?
Oh yeah, I like these choirs, the symphonic choirs and symphonic orchestra, and I like to incorporate that into some songs, and I got a wonderful software that allows you. It's really good. It allows you to have like a 64-piece symphonic orchestra, and it just sounds so real, And I definitely, this is going to be the next step.
Hell yeah! I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be awesome. Make those songs a lot more fuller and more epic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah! So touring with NZM, the band, when you're going through like Europe, you're collaborating with other artists like Vicious Rumors. That must have been exciting. How do you go about like collaborating with people like that?
Well, there was one tour in Texas last year, and it was a great experience. I had a lot of fun, and what can I say? Really good memories, And we are planning to go to Europe next year, and beginning of January, we're gonna have a mini tour in California.
Nice.
As well, and I'm currently talking to some other South American places there we can go. And meanwhile, I'm just doing. We just did a show 2 days ago in a local place here, and in 2 weeks from now, we have another show as well. And then after that, it's I have to mention again. I'm playing with Mr. Yngwie Malmsteen, so whenever he has the tour, that's the priority. And the big U.S. tour is coming up this fall, a U.S. tour, and then I think Asia again. So basically, from October, November, and December, I'm gonna be on the road.
Yeah, geez, that's.
But then comes January, we're gonna. I actually had to postpone 2 shows because interfered with the schedule, but it's postponed for 2025. So we're still gonna play it. It was at Hard Rock in Daytona Beach, by the way.
Yeah, I mean. That is a lot going on. You are incredibly busy. What do you do to keep your sanity when you're trying to not only tour with the priority band, but doing your own stuff, writing your own music, getting all of that scheduled? Do you have anything you like to do in your free time that kind of, you like to relax with?
Yes. I exercise a lot. I walk. I can't run anymore because I hurt my knee, but I walk a lot. And in Florida, if you walk outdoor for 5 minutes, you're gonna sweat, and and this is great. It just clears your mind. Actually, a lot of songs, I created maybe, but while I was walking, and it just clears your mind. And even the arrangements and everything, and you get a whole lot of ideas that way, and I'm trying to, exercise as much as possible, but because when you go on the road, it's almost impossible to exercise, between the sound checks, the shows, going on the bus, and
Trying to eat healthy at least too.
Yeah, well, when you're on the road, it's almost impossible to eat healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of struggle a little bit with my weight, but I lost 20 pounds recently.
Hell yeah.
I'm on trajectory to get slim again, like I used to be.
Hell yeah. So everybody out there watching, you have no excuse. You better go outside and walk outside, listen to this, get your exercise in.
Absolutely.
I mean, just this whole accumulation of everything in your discography, everything that you've done with other bands, and again with Generation X was really cool. That stuff you've done. How else do you want NZM to be perceived? How do you want us to see you as a band and an artist?
Well, I have to say that we are hitting the FM radio, and we are. I just got a report yesterday, and we are basically pretty much on all average metal charts in U.S.
Hell yeah!
Out of 30 radio stations, we are either anywhere from number 4 to number 8, number 10, and or we on the top 20. So this is coming really good, and especially album is doing really good as well, and I hope I'm gonna get song recognition, and I just wanna tour all over the world and present my music. That's all. That's the goal. Very simple.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm already actually doing. Already done with the like you mentioned, Generation X and another act. So that's the goal, to do the same thing with NZM and go and play the big festivals and expand the fan base. That's it.
Hell yeah, that's all you can hope for. I mean, just fans and artists, like, this isn't an easy life. People think of it as like, oh, it's rock stars partying. I'm like, I have talked to plenty of musicians, I've talked to plenty of bands now, and it's hard. There's a lot of sacrifices you have to make with your own personal health, family life, all sorts of stuff. And like you said, you get out, you walk and everything. Is there any how do I say, being based in South Florida, right? Have you explored any of the music scene down there? Have you taken any influences from that?
Well, there are a bunch of these days, not so much, but a few years ago, they were like a pretty hard, pretty busy heavy metal scene. Since COVID, kind of everything slowed down, and now the economy and everything is just, believe it or not, many places shut down because and actually I know several musicians that had to move out because Florida is becoming very expensive. It's like a Beverly Hills, especially South Florida.
Yeah.
So people are moving north. They move north, or wherever they can afford, because it's getting really expensive here. But honestly, I love Florida. Love the weather, and it's just perfect. It really doesn't matter if you do music. You can be on an island in the Pacific, and still do your music, and whenever you have a tour, you just jump on a plane and and with social media and everything and technology, you can basically record and trade the tracks through internet, so you don't even have to be in the studio anymore.
Like we said, you were like, I'm gonna learn this my own. And that's awesome, dude. I just want to say, if you were to tell yourself when you were younger of all the lessons and everything you've learned about going on tour, recording music, so if we could give it a little bit of advice, if anybody's watching this and they're trying to start a band, the next generation, we want everybody to keep metal going, what advice would you give to yourself starting out?
Just pursue your dreams, and don't ever let that anything interrupt you. Just stay on the track. And even it's gonna be a lot of bumps and everything, just remember that everything is possible as long as you dream big. You know, I heard recently that basically by dreaming and creating music or whatever you do doesn't can be related to anything, science or whatever. So if you dream big enough, you actually create some kind of energy field around yourself,
Hell
and
yeah.
this energy field basically enables some other events to move in the universe, and all of a sudden the doors start opening. It's crazy, but think about it. It's like it's all the energy. We are energy. It's like everything that you see right now. We are just like particles of energy. And if you aim to your to specific goal, that energy will move around other obstacles, and you will get to it. So just follow your dreams, no matter what.
Hell yeah, that's great advice. That's awesome. Just that positive mindset and perseverance as well, because there are going to be, like you said, it's a tough road when you're trying to make it in music. Before we go, is there anything else you want to highlight? We just talked about the most recent shows. Maybe give us that one more time. The new album is out already, I believe, and you have vinyls ready?
Yeah, it's first we had a single released in June, on June 19th, and then a month later, July 19th, we have the best of NZM. This is the album.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more thing. We have a video of the song "No Innocence," which is already on our YouTube channel. But the brand new video of the song "End of Days" is set to premiere August 15th at 10 a.m.
Hell yeah!
That's actually
coming
my
up.
birthday.
Hey, well, happy early birthday!
It's like a
birthday present.
Yeah, the video is pretty cool because it's done on the green screen, but basically we did it in my house, in the other room. So it's like a video studio. I have the audio studio, have also video studio, and of course I sent this to Sweden, actually, to a guy who is really, really amazing, and he does amazing stuff with the footage. Creates 3D animations and everything. So it's kind of interesting, and it's End of Days.
Hell yeah, apocalyptic
quotation from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of resembles what's happening around. I mean, we all just do our things like nothing's happening, but you know very well we are almost on the brink of third world war.
It seems like it every day now.
It's kind of very, very close, and it's the song is actually talking about it. It's just like a little friendly warning, and I hope it doesn't happen, and I'm always positive, and I think it will not come to that point. We are very close.
I hope not. I mean, may smarter heads prevail, but we're here talking about metal, keeping our minds on that, and being positive.
You're gonna like it. Check it out. End of Days.
End of Days.
August 15th. I post like a little preview. It's on a Facebook, on NZM Facebook. You can see it. I just did it today. It's like only 15-second preview, so you can check it out. It looks really cool.
Actually, I just looked at the calendar real quick, and this will be coming out on the day of the video, so I'll have the video link in there in the description down below. So the video will come out, this interview will come out, so you can all watch it right now. As you're watching this, you can go click on the video right now. It'll be down below, as well as where you can get the you have vinyls too, and the CDs. And I will make sure to include the tour dates that you got coming up.
Okay, cool.
So
cool, man.
I just want to.
Yeah, the record is available basically on Best Buy, Amazon, everywhere. And of course on Spotify, Apple Music, digitally, and the vinyl is also available for purchase. And thanks to Fire Rock, they really did a great job.
Hell yeah.
By promoting it.
Hell yeah. Nick, it's been an absolute pleasure again. I think we covered everything. If there's any last minute things, we got the new video that is out today when this interview drops. New album is out. Got tour dates. Anything else you want to leave us with? Any more words of wisdom before we go?
I think just stay positive and long live rock and roll.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, be sure to check out NZM's new compilation record, The Best Of, as well as all their previous work, which will be down below, and their new video that is out. Yeah. Take it easy.